Hello, everybody from the iconic Marine Stadium in beautiful Miami. We are literally on the sea, celebration of the sea, with our dear friends, some very special people here from the KEYS Keys, baby. Yes. So there's some angel power in the building today, in the tent here at the beautiful Marine Stadium. So I want to introduce Elmira Lito, who's the founder of Samuel's House, and actually one of the most extraordinary women I've ever met, who as of even yesterday was feeding. How many people were you feeding from your parking lot yesterday, Elmira?
We fed 1,800 yesterday.
1,800 people.
Hot meals. Hot meals.
Yeah. So all of this is happening. Elmira has actually become the face, the figurehead, and the heart and soul of Keys. And what we've got here with KeysStrong.org is really an organization of wonderful people all coming together to support these amazing families in the Keys. And next to Elmira is another very dear friend, the living legend, Captain Spencer Slate. Hello, Spencer. So those of you who don't know Spencer, most of us, when I was growing up as a kid, I wanted to be this guy, because he was in Skin Diver magazine feeding barracuda with his lips. And he has been so generous with all of our programs. You saw a lot of the slides of the kids out there with the sharks. And Slate's taken all of our inner city kids out working with the sharks in Miami Beach High School, actually with the nurse sharks and Slate. So how long have you been doing in the Keys all of this with the diving? It's been 3 decades or how long?
It'll be 40 years next January.
Oh, my God. 40 years in the Keys. Living legend, yes. So one of the things we keep talking about is that the spirit of the Keys, guys, because what's interesting with these two, literally, these people are iconic. You have Key West, you have Key Largo, and all the love in between. Really, everybody coming together. So, Elmira, do you want to talk about KeysStrong.org and what this means and what the representation with Slate being by your side means to you today?
Well, what we're doing is we're coming together as team members to help the members and residents and anyone who lives in Monroe County. And it's good to have Slate next to me and Patxi next to me, because this is not a one-person rodeo to do. We got to work together. All the governments coming, all the individual agencies. We were getting calls all from all over the nation to come together and help the 11,000 families that became homeless on September the 10th because of the hurricane.
When you talk about 11,000 people, some of the most heavily affected areas, because really the whole Keys is suffering economically, but all coming together to try to rebuild. But it's Cudjoe Key, Big Pine Key, some of the hardest hit. Where were some of the neighborhoods that you guys know were really the heaviest hit?
Marathon got hit, but from Big Pine, which is just like maybe 3 minutes or 5 minutes max, from Marathon got hit really devastation. And Cudjoe Key, I understand, was where it actually touched. But all the way to Key West. Key West really was blessed, didn't get it really hard. But from Big Coppet, which is 5 minutes from Key West, they got it hit hard. And you can see it from the roads, but when you go into the lanes and you go into the different places, it's devastation. It looks like bombs went off.
It really does. You have to see it to believe it. So I've been honored literally every weekend. We pack up the cars and tractor trailers, and we brought down, 1,500 pounds of food. And this little angel and her team of other angels, you hear all these wings beating around, dropping off diapers and baby formula and food, literally to people still sleeping in their cars, under tarps, no air conditioning, no toilets, no running water. It's amazing. So Slate, another thing, and this is literally is one of the kindest, most, the heart on this guy. He's got the heart of a whale. You were the founder of the Key Largo Rotary, right?
I was one of the founders of the Key Largo Rotary Club, and I've been on the chamber board off and on for 28 years.
So to have literally a figurehead of all of these organizations here working with Elmira. So what does it mean to you, Slate, to get behind Elmira from the Keys family, everybody working on one team?
Well, that's what you just said, the Keys family. Everybody was affected. Again, we're in the Upper Keys, just like the very end. Key West didn't get slammed, but individuals lost homes, lost their businesses, and a lot of them are in hotels. They don't have places that they can't cook. A lot of them have small children. And so we're bringing food up from Samuel's House that we've taken down there because it's a great place to store it. And she's done a wonderful job. Elmira's done a wonderful job with us. And it's the entire Keys. So you and I and Fraser drive down and bring stuff up north. I take it to the elementary school Laura Leotard, the principal there, distributes it to needy families. And because with so many employees displaced, which happened all through the Keys because businesses closed down, no tourism. And it's starting to come back, unfortunately, a lot quicker than we thought, and that's great. But we're from one end to the other, from Homestead to Key West, and that's what we're doing, working together. That's what this whole Key Strong is, and that you put together. And, of course, Guy Harvey Ocean Foundation came in on it, and it made me the chairman of it and you the vice chairman, so you're not getting away with anything. So we're helping out every big association that wants to help is coming to the Keys and linked up with you and I.
Yes, well, big shout out Guy Harvey and all his amazing team, and also Wyland. Again, this is a year with Missy's help, and Wyland donated this beautiful art for our T-shirts. All the volunteers are wearing. So between literally two of the most amazing marine artists in the world, supporting Key Strong with Wyland and Guy Harvey, everybody coming together on the same team. So when you talk about, obviously you're an icon in diving. Since I was a kid, watching you in Skin Diver magazine, literally.
Not that old.
40 years ago. So when we talk about the Keys, and this is the spirit, people are not looking for a handout. No. They're looking for a hand up.
Yes.
And that Elmira always uses that, which I love. So in terms of the economy, we're at this Coconut Grove Seafood Festival, which we're thrilled again to be the official charity, and so honored with Tony and our dear pals at Swarm and Javi. So something like stone crab or the fisheries, when you look at the importance of people supporting and buying food or coming down and diving, people that are coming down and fishing, coming down to the restaurants. Obviously, with your dive shop, you've been doing this forever. What does this mean for people to really get down there and start enjoying the Keys and supporting the shops and the restaurants to you, Slate, and the dive community?
Well, the lifeblood of the Keys, the income lifeblood, is, of course, tourism. It has been for decades. And without tourism, there's no economy. I mean, it filters down to banks, hotels, restaurants. Whether you go out on the ocean or not, all that supports everybody else. The money turns over 5 times when it comes in the Keys. So somebody spends $25 in my shop, I pay my employees, they pay their rent, they buy groceries, they buy gas. So it mushrooms over, and it's really just like most of South Florida along the East Coast is tourism. And without it, we don't survive. And that's what's so wonderful about this event, what you put together as a promoter and taking on this big charity of ours and getting the word out that we're open for business. Some people still aren't, but we're going to help them as we grow.
And so with the Keys, you were actually in the water, and our dear friend Frazier, who again volunteered today in a heartbeat to come down. He's filming all this. 7-time Emmy Award-winning Discovery Week Shark Man. So Frazier, thank you so much for coming and helping out today. So Frazier said that, how about a hand for Frey? Okay. Frazier has been my mentor since he gave me my first job when I was in the Keys, literally without a green card, trying to become a little Frey dive master, which became an instructor, all because of him. That was about almost 40 years ago. But Frazier said that you guys had gone diving. So what's happening in terms of the reef? And we have our wonderful friends over from NOAA that are going to come on and we'll interview them in a minute. What did you see down there in terms of the diving with the hurricane?
I'll start with the wrecks all up and down the Keys. Some parts of some wrecks were blown apart, like the smokestack on the Duane. The Spiegel Grove was shoved 4 feet one direction. The Duane Vandenberg down at Key West was moved.
It moved the Spiegel Grove?
That's an 8,880-ton ship.
Yeah.
So, but they're all there. They're still prolific with life. The fish,
wow.
They know how to cope. They were gone one day and back the next.
Yeah.
Now, some of the shallow reefs on the outside ledge got moved around. But again, you don't destroy a reef. It grows even if it's upside down.
Yep.
So the fish never left. And I take people out there today, they don't even know it's a hurricane because they don't notice what was there before. So we're growing. We're getting back. The reef survives for millions of years. It will again.
So, and also with Andy Newman's help and the TDC, they were kind enough. And Craig Cates, the mayor of Key West, has been such a big supporter and powerhouse putting all this together and helping us with Jim Mooney from Isla Mirada, all the mayors coming together. You want to talk a little bit of what's happening with the mayors supporting you, Elmira, as kind of our figurehead, the heart of keystrong.org?
Yes, on Monday we're having a conference call. All of the mayors of Monroe County are coming together and saying that they are giving the support to keystrong.org and that they're also going to give a representative that will sit on an executive board to make the decisions on how 100% of the funds that are donated and also the goods that are sent to us from all over the nation will be distributed. So it's a team effort, and it's wonderful to see government coming together in this cause. And this is going to be where we're establishing long-term, because sad but true, Irma will not be the last hurricane. So we definitely want to be prepared for the next one so that we don't lose valuable time in helping people.
So by having the organization in place, anytime the Keys needs to come together to support itself, the idea is to have the infrastructure instantly available to activate to help people.
Correct.
And so obviously with the other people around you, Elmira, it's amazing, like with Sandy, who another counterpart, Rotary to Rotary. So you want to talk about Sandy Higgs, who's actually, I've seen her, every day with you, sometimes 14 hours a day. She's taking her first moment to actually spend some time with her grandson having a football game or something.
Yeah, she went
But a shout out to
Conk,
Sandy, yeah.
Conk football game last night. They didn't win, but she was there and
Go Granny,
support.
yeah.
And Sandy is an amazing woman. If she wants to, if she has it in her heart and she feels it needs to be done, it gets done. And it's amazing to have her on our team. She is a Rotarian, and she can pull that part of the aspect in to get their help also. And she's also a leg person who goes out to ground zero and gets the backhoes and everything else and digs alongside of some amazing men and women.
I went into Elmira's warehouse that was set up. Who was the gentleman who was kind enough to donate the warehouse?
Joe Wash.
Joe Walsh. And with Bernadette's help and your daughter and
Yes.
all those other angels
Yes.
out there flapping their wings. I got into the warehouse. There were about 13 women, all women. They were from about 19 to 80. They were sweaty. They looked like you painted them in dirt. And they were like, nothing would stop these women. They were lifting, they had pallets coming up and down on forklifts. And it was just amazing to see the spirit of these ladies coming together. So,
Yeah. Yeah, we were able to, in the beginning, there were 17 trucks, semi-trucks that was going to be turned away. And this is how it all came about. Bernadette was able to get with Joe Wash, and he donated the facility. And November 30th, we'll be moving out of that place and moving into another one. But it is going to keep going. On daily basis, we get phone calls from all over the nation saying, we want to send this truck, we want to bring volunteers. We really need a lot of volunteers right now. We need people to come down and spend their vacation, spend their money, but make this their mission to come change and restore the beautiful Florida Keys.
So we're going to spend the entire weekend here, again, with Swarm, our wonderful partners with the Coconut Grove Seafood Festival. So be sure to check out that website, coconutgroveseafoodfestival.com. And all of the information here on keystrong.org in terms of how you can support both financially. Elmira now will be looking for volunteers. She'll be looking for things to be donated. All of that is being organized now about how to take all of that love and support from around the country. And then with Slate, you want to chime in one more time and we'll come back? Go ahead.
Real quick. What she was saying is true. This is a year-long effort. I mean, there's hotels, motels, restaurants that will not even be completed, built back until next summer. So there's going to be people displaced out of jobs, needing food and housing and love and care, and that's what we're doing.
Awesome. So again, I'm so grateful. These two are an inspiration. Literally, we see them at it every day. And actually role models for all of us, young guys, old guys, in-between guys. Now at 54, I'm one of the old guys. But all because of you, I'm here, and Elmira has inspired us all. So I know you guys all are used to our programming about great stuff with kids and science and whales, dolphins, sharks. That's all coming. But we really wanted to just entirely change the format this weekend to support this amazing woman and the foundation that she and Slate and all of our Keys brothers and family are putting together. So thanks so much to Frazier for helping today, donating his time, coming with all the camera work. And we have wonderful Ryan back there, my sidekick and ninja, digital genius who's making it all happen on Facebook Live. So stay tuned. We'll be here all weekend, and we've got all this fun, amazing stuff going on with kids and science and STEM. We use the acronym STREAM because instead of just science, technology, engineering, and math, we throw in recreation, diving. If you look at the kids now with the type 2 diabetes and the depression and all of that in terms of getting those kids active again, how cool is it about nutrition and exercise being a critical part of STEM? Now adding the arts in there with Wyland. So STREAM, STREAM. So we'll be talking about career paths, getting kids excited about those jobs, which there are millions of jobs out there. We got to get those kids active here in the U.S. doing it. So again, we'll be here all weekend. Thank you so much. We've got so many people who'll be on the stage. We'll be interviewing and sharing their special stories. And God bless here from the beautiful, iconic Marine Stadium. We'll be right back to you on Facebook Live.